Brohemian, and this is a messed up time we live in, so I need you all to do me a favor. Wear your mask. Like this, not like this, or like this, or like this, like this. Wear your mask. It's for your safety and mine. Because if I see you without one, I'm gonna pump kick a mask onto your face. Got it?
Service announcement from Benjamin C. Steele talking to you about wearing a mask. Not this one, but this one. With everything going on right now with this pandemic, you need to wear a mask. My mask is for your safety. Your mask is for mine. I don't care what your uncles, brothers, best friends, mailman's roommate from college put on social media. Chances are they didn't think it through, and there's a very better than average chance that they're an idiot. So when you go outside, you put on your little mask over your face, put the little straps around your ears, and we're all going to be a lot safer. This is a team.
Jake Mercer, one half of the Tag Team Champions. I'm here to tell you that if you want to be a champion, if you want to survive this thing, wear your freaking mask, okay? It comes in all different colors. You can get Eclipse Blue, JC White and Black, or even hell, Blue and Gold. But guys, please, also remember, please, it goes over the nose. Over the nose. Thank you.
Discretion is advised.
This show is brought to you by Indy Wrestling US. Check out IWC, RWA, and more. And listeners like you, support this show at patreon.com/Wrestling Mayhem Show.
Just wait, just wait, just wait, just wait, just wait. Wait for the perfect time, then attack. Don't give up what you want.
It is the Wrestling Mayhem Show, episode 741. Tuesdays, we've been talking about professionalized wrestling, no matter what state we're in. I'm at Sorg. We are live. I am live via Pittsburgh, PA, there at the studio from Little Rock, Arkansas. Yes, and once again at a picnic table, freezing a little bit, but not as bad as you guys up there north. I understand, but still ready to talk wrestling, or at least you to tell me what's going on in the wrestling world, as all I know is from whenever I check in on Twitter and whatever's going on there. Then I understand some things have been happening. First of all, to help enlighten me, first of all, he's from the area of the northern realm of Beacon, New York, and he's the only Mayhemmer with a future endeavor letter from the WWE. He is Mad Mike.
You forgot where I lived for a second, didn't you, Sorg?
I forgot the order of how I say things. Listen, I got this headphone thing, and there was a thing. I ran a hotspot data. I can't connect a good microphone. I can't hear myself. It's this whole thing, and then there's somebody walking behind me.
Sorg, I have a question.
That was a bear.
Yes.
Is there a Big Rock, Arkansas?
I've not found Big Rock, Arkansas. There might be one.
I'm just wondering. I'm just wondering why they just don't call themselves Rock. Because you're already making yourself lesser. You have to build yourself up. This is 2020.
I'm actually technically in North Little Rock.
Okay, but I mean that's just a directional. But still,
okay,
you know what? From now on, Sorg, you're in North Rock, Arkansas.
North Rock? Why do we have to be sizist?
Yeah, exactly. Size matters not.
Also, I have to give a lot of credit to the real hero that's been in the studio the last 3 weeks, presiding over this show, on pushing all the buttons. He is Mainstream Matt over there in Pittsburgh in the studio, making sure there's a warm body out there. He's bringing it all in,
Just bring those, let those compliments rain down on me, Sorgy. I love it. I can't hear enough.
You never got all this in your old job.
No, they never said anything nice about me at my old job. This is much nicer, much friendlier work environment for me.
Fantastic. So, Mainstream Matt, thank you for being back there and making sure the Tuesdays go a lot smoother than our Monday shows.
What's this button do? No, I'm just joking. No, it's been fun. It's been my pleasure to help keep you guys on the air. So it's
excellent. But this is the Wrestling Mayhem Show. Please go check out everything at WrestlingMayhemShow.com. You can, of course, subscribe to us or on your favorite podcast player. Please also rate us, share us, however, share the Mayhem awesomeness. And you can also hit us up at that email address.
Good times!
Good times at WrestlingMayhemShow.com. 412-206-WMS0 is the hotline that you've already entered in under your ex-girlfriend's name. Also, tweet us at Mayhem Show, at Wrestling Mayhem Show on the Facebook page where we are live. I'll take that in a sec. And in the Wrestling Mayhem Show Facebook group, a lot of great discussion and gifts and old lifestyles of the rich or famous with Mr. Perfect videos that we share in there throughout the week. And like as I mentioned, we are here live Tuesday, every Tuesday, 9 p.m. Eastern Time on Facebook Live, as well as we are also live over on the at Mayhem Show Twitter and Periscope. We're live on the Wrestling Mayhem Show YouTube page and on the Twitch page for Sorgatron Media. So whatever is convenient for you, if you want to see how it happens along with us with a live chat room, you can do that on whatever platform you would like. And also, we want to thank our Patreon supporters. And this week, you guys get shout-outs from this campground in Little Rock, Arkansas. Our friends at the fan of the show level, no diggity!
Woo!
Okay. Ed Berg, Club FJ Town Team Hammer Fist. At our Private Club level, our friends Bradley, or others, hashtag Butts for Bradley, Dave Potter, and Tina Keys. And at the Pizza Club level, Doc Remedy and Cal Turner. And at our manager level, OccupyProWrestling.com and Farnsworth Investments. Thank you guys so much. You can support the show too. And thank you everybody who has been at patreon.com/Wrestling Mayhem Show. So this is the point where you tell me, so once again, third week in a row, have not watched terribly much for wrestling except for the homework assignment for this week, and just little clips here and there, mostly about Scott Steiner math. So I understand something big happened last night on Monday's Raw.
Did it ever?
Yeah, Peyton
Mad
Royce got
Mike,
added to the Survivor Series.
Oh, give me a break. Mad Mike. You know, where there's a Peyton Royce, there's a Lacey Evans now, sadly. So that's the way things are going.
Matt, you know, you don't have to remind me.
You can't
of
just pretend she's not there, Mad Mike. You can't just pretend that
I
WWE just
absolutely
didn't
can.
transform Billie Kay into Lacey Evans without telling us that they were
I
going
would
to do
never
us.
insult Billie Kay like that, but I can say that Peyton Royce has been standing next to a very fancily dressed lamp.
Did you say a double leg lamp?
No, but I would say one where the bulb isn't that bright. Jokes!
Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
Mad Mike, you want to tackle this main event from last night, or do you want me to?
And Drew, WWE champion. I will say, well, because I told Sorg last night, but you know, Drew McIntyre, as predicted by yours truly several weeks ago.
I doubted you.
You doubted, but I'm like,
wait. Let me let this out. Let me let this out real quick because I want you to open your ears real quick because I'm gonna say this. You might never hear this again. Mad Mike, you were right.
Yeah, feels good. Feels good. Honestly, feels great. Feels fantastic, man. Feels really good.
All right, you bask in that for a minute. I'm gonna
seriously, unless the only thing that would have put a crimp in my plans is if Drew would have been named to a Survivor Series team. But I'm like, we are not having a pay-per-view without Drew fucking McIntyre on it. Like,
we're gonna have one without Randy Orton.
Yeah, we'll have many without Randy Orton. But it doesn't matter because Randy Orton can be gone for a year and a half and come back and still be exactly where he is.
Can we discuss? I got two things I want to discuss pertaining to this match. Firstly, can we discuss the quality of this match? I thought it was just fantastic, and I was just to take a word for you. It was a delight. It had me rooting for Drew, and then Drew won, clean as a sheet in the middle, and I was just like, that's what I wanted. What's happening here? How did this happen, man? Mike, I got what I wanted. I was so happy at the end.
Matt, do you know how it happened?
How?
It's a life day miracle.
Oh my god!
It's a life day miracle. Sorg, I thought it was coming out Wednesday. The Lego Star Wars Holiday Special came out today.
Yeah,
I watched it, and I watched it. It's delightful.
Oh man.
But yeah, it's a life-day miracle. And Matt, let me guess the other thing you want to talk about. Is it Drew's entrance? Because it should be Drew's entrance.
Okay, there's three things we need to talk about.
Okay, yeah, because I was going to say, if it's not Drew's entrance, we have to talk about Drew's entrance, because last night I didn't tell Sorg about Drew's entrance because I forgot. But I saw a gif of it again, and I'm like, oh yeah, I need to tell Sorg about Drew's entrance.
What was Drew's entrance? I'm intrigued.
I mean,
Drew,
it's like
Drew has gone full William Wallace. He had
with like the blue face and everything?
He had a kilt. He had a sword, Sorg. A big-ass, long claymore that Sheamus gave him as a gift to protect his family's heritage. And it was so fucking beautiful. And the best thing in the world is going to be when Sheamus boots his fucking head off on Sunday. And I can't wait.
Wait. In storyline, he gave him the sword?
He gave him the sword and a kilt. And he said, "This is for our family." Well, I can't.
It's like some sort of like ancient Scottish relic or something like that. I don't know what it was. It's whatever it is. But it was like, it's one of those entrances where, like, me sitting at home, and again, I'm sitting there. I'm gonna watch this match because they did a great job hyping up this match within the confines of the show. They did a great job setting up this match, and then Drew comes out and this just badass sword pyro entrance, and I'm sitting there. My brain has all night is convincing me someone's gonna screw this up for Drew. Someone's gonna screw the Miz or Sheamus or Roman. Someone's showing, or Bray Wyatt. Someone's gonna show up and ruin this night for Drew. And he comes out just with the badass superstar entrances, and I'm sitting there going, I'm like, I think he's gonna win.
Yeah, yeah.
I can't help.
You don't have brother come out with a big long sword and a kilt if he's gonna lose.
No way. No
as soon as
way.
I saw that, I'm like this bodes well.
This is happening.
This bodes well for my prediction. And honestly, the only thing, it sucks that he's not doing this in front of a crowd. Can you imagine that pop? Like the first, because Sorg, you haven't seen this. You need to find a GIF of it or the video of it. He comes out with the sword. Sorg, the sword is almost as tall as he is.
Hold on, I gotta find this now.
He holds it up by the hilt.
Okay.
By the fucking hilt. And when he holds it up, pyro. I'm like, that's what his WrestleMania entrance should have been. And actually, that's probably what his WrestleMania entrance was.
Maybe.
If we're being honest, his match against Lesnar, that's probably what he was going to be doing, some variation of it.
I also love that the autocomplete on Twitter was Drew McIntyre's sword.
Yep.
Oh jeez.
Yeah.
Oh jeez. That's a lot of fire. It's just him pushing down on the sword and the fire goes up so far. I'm looking. Oh, here's a longer one. Okay. All right. So this is my first watch. So here's our reaction watch, I suppose.
Yeah, here we go.
I got him out. My God, that's a big sword.
Yeah.
Like, that is ridiculously long.
Yep.
Okay, and he holds it up by the hilt part, I guess, and then and he flips it around and he sticks it into the stage apparently. Yeah. He's yelling something and flames. Okay. All right. Wow.
I'm telling
Does he
you,
do that?
that's what his WrestleMania entrance was supposed to be.
Like,
Can we just do that every time?
Oh, God, I hope so.
it's just like okay, when he beat Lesnar at WrestleMania, it was like, okay, great, Drew won. It felt like a big moment, but this like felt like this, and then like I would even like throw in like the SummerSlam match against Randy when he beat Randy there, and I kind of like, well, hey, look at this, and now this felt like this was where Drew McIntyre becomes like a cemented main event guy. Like, this felt like that moment, like that what was supposed to be that WrestleMania moment. It felt like that last night was that moment.
So and we were pointing out like that this is something that seems to happen before Survivor Series. It seems like a lot, and we were pointing this out last night. and how it's kind of formulaic at this point, although apparently with great execution on Monday from the sounds and looks of things. So announced Survivor Series champion versus champion that changed. This year in 2020, what we're talking about, AJ Styles beating Jinder Mahal in 2017, I believe, to go up against Brock, correct? I think these were both against Brock. And then Daniel Bryan in 2018 dropping in from AJ Styles again to take on Brock. So yeah, they're doing it again. But again, it looks like they had a lot more fun with it. So
yeah, and that kind of brings me to like the third thing I wanted to talk. I heard some people like we're kind of just like scratching their heads over like this 3-week title reign for Randy. But I feel like at the end of the day, like this is a good thing because Randy got at least something out of this very long feud. And now Drew is a 2-time world champion, and he feels like I feel like, I can't say for certain, but I feel like if he would have just beaten Randy at the last pay-per-view and still been champion going through into Survivor Series, I feel like he wouldn't have as much steam as he does right now. He feels like a bigger star for having lost it and won it back now.
It builds it up. He got the chase, and he had a title change on Monday night. So, I mean, the formula for, just more interesting television is there to begin with.
And I love the image of Drew getting to celebrate in front of the Thunderdome. Because even though it's not a real reaction, it's a real image. It's a real image, and he got to win the title in front of people. And granted, that reaction may be delayed by whatever kind of Skype holdup they have, but it's still a reaction.
Is the Skype holdup an ongoing thing I don't know about?
I don't know, probably.
I think that I'm sure they have a system that has a good low latency situation with Twitch.
But Matt, what was the other thing you wanted to talk about?
That was it, Judge. I just wanted to say that people seem to be, I don't know, they were questioning WWE's booking decision of giving the title to Randy for a few weeks, but at the end of the day, I feel like it kind of worked out for the best for everybody. I feel like Randy needed to get something out of all of this, and I felt like Drew in the chase mode was really exciting. And I feel like, there are a lot of one-time WWE champions, but it's that multiple reign that kind of gets you to the next level. And I feel like that was kind of what we saw last night, was Drew, in the company's eyes, maybe being elevated to the next level.
And plus, it put Randy, this is something we've been clamoring for a while. A feud where the title actually changes hands a couple times. If they had done this with, AJ and Nakamura, how much better would we have enjoyed that feud? Or AJ and Samoa Joe? Or hell, any of the Brock Lesnar feuds. If Brock had lost on some kind of just match and then won it back in a month or so, would that have hurt Brock? No. Would that have helped the person to beat him? Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And if you need a measuring stick on whether this quote worked or not, I'm looking at, and of course, I mean, the numbers are not what they have ever been, but you did see a little bit of a viewership hike this week on the show, on the Monday night show.
I mean, they were basically they were basically broadcasting that there was a high likelihood that Drew was going to win that match.
It's set up for it. I mean,
yeah, based on the fact that Miz is holding Money in the Bank and was only feuding with Drew, the fact that The Fiend is already eyeing down Randy Orton, and that Drew showed up on SmackDown to confront Roman Reigns, where it's Drew, why are you here? You don't have a match at Survivor Series, or do you? It's perfect, and honestly, there is also something else that we have to talk about. I think we're getting closer to seeing The Fiend Alexa Bliss.
I mean,
I think we're getting closer. Because now they're having her and Nikki Cross interact more and more every week. I think we're getting closer.
I like this idea.
I want to see it.
And also, she's like the tiniest one to do this with too, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, like that could be interesting. You know, what does it still hold up? I mean, they'll just keep her away from like a Nia Jax and Shayna, right?
Yeah, well, we'll see. Here's what I'm thinking, and again, this is me long-term planning. I want at the December pay-per-view, which I think is TLC.
Yeah.
A Christmas-themed Firefly Funhouse match between Alexa and Nikki. Which
I'm in for it.
Yeah, I mean, and knowing them, if they try and put some money into it, part of that should be claymation. Like good old Rankin Bass claymation.
Well, hold up a second, because they do have a relationship with the who did the Camp WWE
That's what I'm saying. The Robot Chicken guys.
People.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, and like it doesn't have to be long, but I'm saying there's an outside chance that that's part of it, or even you do an animation so it looks like that. But then, I think what we're leading towards is the Fiend Alexa Bliss versus Asuka for the women's title.
Ooh, now you got it. Now you get my attention.
Yes. And I can see a world where going into WrestleMania, the Fiend and Alexa are a power couple champion. I can see that world. That world looks crystal clear in my head.
A world where we potentially don't have live audiences and can do fantastically cinematic things, right? Sorry, Matt. I think we went over each other there.
No, I was just going to jump off Mad Mike and just say I could see Alexa Bliss as a favorite for the Royal Rumble if they decide to hold it off for that long. But I don't know how long they would want to do that, Chase.
But God, I can't. I hope they do a full transition with Alexa as the Fiend. Like,
you gonna put her in a mask, Mad Mike? I just want to throw that out real quick. You gonna put her under a scary mask?
Absolutely. Or at least a different wig, or something. Like, there has to be some kind of drastic change to her appearance. Like, there has to be something. A mask is the easiest way to do it. And you can give her a mask like Kane that has different hair in it.
Yep. Have we had the one that I called earlier that we kind of have a callback to the sparkly version of her that we had when she first debuted?
I mean, that's almost kind of like what she is now on the Firefly Funhouse.
Okay.
She's a glitter blow away from being glitter glitz sparkle bliss.
A glitter what? Yeah. A glitter blow?
Yeah, like she used to blow the glitter everywhere, but then it got all over the mat, and she wasn't allowed to do that anymore.
Sorry.
It gets everywhere. Trust me.
Hey, glitter is the
Run
coronavirus of craft supplies.
Oh, jeez. Oh, man. Sorry, my first missed punch of the evening. I just want to let you know. I just hit black there real quick. Dang it!
You don't know how many times I do it through the night. So,
so I got the Survivor Series card in front of me, and Mad Mike, I think you kind of mentioned it already. How are they going to get out of Drew versus Roman now?
Oh, you can have any number of things. You can have what I foresee happening.
I feel like it's too soon for Sheamus, but like I'll listen.
Also realize it's like nothing's on the line, so they can.
Nothing's on the line. Like, and plus,
yeah, but Roman's clearly you don't want to beat either of these guys at this point, right? We don't want to beat either of them.
Roman's a heel; he can cheat to win at this point. And plus, you know who can show up there and cause all sorts of hell? The Money in the Bank holder who can cash in on either of those fuckers. Or he can... And this would be unprecedented. This would actually be very smart for Miz. He can wait until they're both down, come in, and he can try to cash in on both of them. because that contract is good for either belt.
But can you? All right. I need someone to help me out with my Money in the Bank physics here. So if you cash in during Drew versus Roman, do you not have to declare which title
What
you're
belt?
going
No.
after, or does the title
Absolutely
just become
not.
for whichever of these two dudes I can beat in this match?
Yep. It's because as far as we know, the contract is for either champion. And if both champions are in the ring beating the shit out of each other, if I'm Miz and I'm smart, that's when I'm going to show up.
Or if they're in match and he comes out and declares a Money in the Bank, and now that match is for, say, both titles.
But only for Miz.
Is it only for Miz, or can any of them beat the other guy and become a double champion?
I would think it's only for
Does
Miz.
it become a winner-take-all match? And if the Miz cashes in and pins one of those two guys, does he walk out with both world titles?
Well, also remember, Seth Rollins came in and cashed in during a match at WrestleMania, then becoming a three-way match, which meant even Roman could have pinned Seth to become the champion because it was now a fatal three-way.
Yes.
Yes, that's exactly what could have happened. Yeah.
And by the way, love the
by that
term
logic-
fatal three-way.
Sorry.
No. I like the term. We're keeping it. We're keeping it. Fatal three-way. You know,
File
fuck
that trademark
alliteration.
right now. Yeah.
But I'm telling you, if I'm Miz and I'm a cerebral guy, that's what I do.
Or
I don't think it's
going
to end well for Miz if he sticks his nose into this match.
The host of a cerebral show like Wipeout. Not Wipeout? What's that one called? It's
Cannonball.
Cannonball.
Cannonball,
That's
yeah.
it. Sorry, I haven't been inundated with these commercials for the last 3 weeks to know what it is.
Well, Cannonball hasn't been on the air for a month, Sorg. So, I mean, it's all about Miz and Mrs. now.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not up on it. I'm very familiar.
It's almost
about
as if
how
you've
they're
been
doing
like
things
out of
in
here for
Price
like
is Right
3
now.
weeks or something. So
Sorg,
yeah.
the commercial you'd be inundated with now is Miz throwing a water balloon at his dad's dick. So.
Oh, Mr. Miz. Oh, Mr. Miz.
And no lie, it's perfect aim. It's perfect aim.
Do you guys care about any of these other Survivor Series matches? I was just looking at this.
I don't know what they are. Can I get a quick rundown since I've been out in the loop?
Yeah, I'll run you through this. First of all, here we go. Well, let's do these traditional Survivor Series matches too. First of all, you've got Team Raw, which this year consists of AJ Styles, Keith Lee, Sheamus, Braun Strowman, and Riddle, versus Team SmackDown. I did not know that they had even formed a team, but here they are. Kevin Owens. I didn't know who was on. You could have been like, Matt, who's on Team SmackDown? And we could have played a game, and I've been like, I have no clue. I don't know. But anyway, here they are. Kevin Owens, Jey Uso, King Corbin, Seth Rollins, and TBD. So you smell.
That's the big
you
dump.
spell
So it's probably gonna be-
dysfunction. SMACKDOWN.
No, that's the big dump, so it's probably gonna be Lars Sullivan.
Oh God! Is he?
Yeah, I know.
Is he still squashing dudes on SmackDown, or did they?
Probably. I don't know.
We're not sure.
You know who I hope it is? I hope it's Chad Gable.
That seems very hopeful.
Yes. Well, all right. So, Sorg, another thing that we haven't told you, Chad Gable is now known as Chad Gable again.
I'm aware of this, actually.
Okay. And
Yeah.
he's trying to recruit people to the Gable system.
The Gable system?
Yes.
I swear to God, you could be making this up right now.
No, I'm not. I swear I'm not. I forget who he was.
Wrestling. Somebody did.
I forget who he was talking to. It was someone that mentioned it on Talking Smack, because I haven't watched SmackDown. I've only been, because I refuse to watch SmackDown while I love him, Poppy.
I love it, Poppy. Okay.
But yeah, Chad Gable.
Okay, go ahead.
No,
Sorry.
Chad Gable is basically, it seems like trying to do what Timothy Thatcher's doing on NXT.
Oh.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, he was trying to help Otis. Thank you, Dave. He was trying to help Otis. Because Otis lost a lot in the past couple weeks.
Those
so,
two are going to be in a tag team now. See? Aren't you glad
Oh,
we broke everybody
God,
up?
yeah.
All right. Okay.
I'd be okay with that, actually.
I mean, Where the hell? What? I don't know. Okay, Sorgi. The women's
Oh,
Survivor Series.
hold on.
What?
Tina's correcting me. It's the Alpha Academy.
Oh, well, that's even
Which
better.
is
That's
e-
a lot
which is even
better.
better.
I mean,
Yeah. That's even better.
I'm okay with the Gable stable.
Okay, all right. It's no longer called the Alpha Academy. It's now called the Gable Stable. In fact,
Yeah.
show title. Gable Stable.
All right.
Make
Just
it
pull that
a note
down.
here.
Dear diary.
Ready, willing, and Gable Stable.
Okay, women's Survivor Series elimination match. Sorg is
Oh, this is rough.
Team Raw,
This is rough.
Nia Jax, Shayna Baszler, Lana, Lacey Evans, and Peyton Royce versus.
Thank you for saving the best for last.
That's right. And Team SmackDown, Bianca Belair, Ruby Riott, Liv Morgan, and 2 members TBD. Mad Mike, who do you think?
The part of my head says it's gonna be Baymella. My head says Baymella.
Wait, who's Baymella? Wait, I can figure out what the Mella is. Wait, who might Bailey? Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I felt like
Matt,
I forgot.
Matt, Baymella was a thing in NXT. Know your history.
You know what? I was spelling it BAE in my head, and my canon wasn't connecting. But Bailey should be in this match. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. My heart says Billie Kay, and it would be Chelsea Green if she didn't break her wrist.
Yeah, that happened.
But it's my heart says Bailey and Billie Kay. But my head says there's no way Billie Kay's getting in this match.
Your head and your heart say Bailey, and I believe that's a good consensus. But I don't know what they're going to do for the last person.
Well, I mean, all right, if we're having the Survivor Series pay-per-view and Bailey's not involved, something has gone wrong. Something has gone terribly amiss.
Maybe they could just let her do commentary. She's good at that too. So.
Well, she's good at everything. She's Bailey.
She's awesome.
Yeah.
So, okay, Sorg, here we go. Now we'll get into the champion versus champion matches. Sorg, you didn't have much of a reaction to that women's.
This is a good time to remind people about IndyWrestling.us, IndyWrestling.network, where a lot of great stuff that isn't as predictable as the Survivor Series is. Like Hardcore Halloween just popped up on the network and VOD for you guys to check out. Do you want to see if the Gavel David Lawless survives a attempted manslaughter? No, that was more than manslaughter. Vehicular manslaughter, maybe, from Stevie LaBelle, or other crazy things. You want to know what a Keeper of Souls match is? You can check that out. It's over there. If you got the network, go check it out. If not, 7-day free trial. Go sign up at IndyWrestling.network and see what craziness is happening out of Prospect Pro Wrestling. Now let's get back to the Survivor Series rundown. Matt?
All right, Sorgi, here we go. Champion versus champion matches. We're going to make this fun for you. First, it's going to be the United States champion versus the Intercontinental champion, which obviously Sorg is going to be...
Wait. Sami Zayn against Bobby Lashley?
Yes!
Yes!
Good job, Sorg. Good job. 1 for 1. All right, next up.
All right.
We will have the champions versus champions tag team championship match. It will be the Raw tag team champions versus the SmackDown tag team champions. This is so easy, Sorg.
The New Day?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, is it still Street Profits and New Day, right?
Yep.
Okay.
They did not change this one up. So, and finally,
I didn't think they were going to.
No, I didn't think so either. And finally, you've got the Raw Women's Champion versus the SmackDown Women's Champion, Sorg, which is obviously
Asuka and Sasha?
Yep. Good
It's
job.
Busk time.
As seen on the Mandalorian.
The Sasha Bank DeLorean.
So happy with that episode. I am so happy. I'm so glad I watched all the Star Wars cartoons over the summer. Thank you, quarantine.
Yeah, and that's it. And then you've got Drew and Roman. That's a nice, tight little card right there. That should be.
That'll be a nice show to return to on Sunday. So. Yeah. I think we are going to do a digital. I don't feel comfortable having a bunch of people in the studio, even the limited amounts that we've had. So look for some Facebook the Facebook rooms, whatever they're called, that we've been doing lately over on the group.
I'm already trying to figure out what I'm going
calling
to
it
order
the
for dinner.
Mayhem Dome. So
Yeah, I'm not even going to go to the studio. I'm going to do it from home. I just gonna take it easy. I got to recover from this trip. So, but like this is what my house looks like. No. So looking forward to that. I mean, I think I'm better for it because I haven't been watching. So we'll see where that goes from there.
I'm not gonna lie, it hasn't been that bad.
No,
Raw's
I need a
been
break.
okay the past couple weeks.
And
Yeah.
I've been so bitter about Monday and Friday. You know that, Mike.
No, I do.
know that, Mike.
I
Yes.
do.
And
I'd argue I've been more bitter than you.
It's not. Yeah, but I mean, consistency is key for you. But it's you know, I needed this break from WWE for sure.
Yeah.
And,
Don't blame you.
I'm hoping give it a month and new eyes, and I'll be all for it, and checking out other stuff, and seeing Shane Taylor kill people on Ring of Honor, and just catching up.
Yeah.
So.
Apparently EC3 is going there now too.
that's cool.
Yeah, he's been there.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know. I literally see drips and drabs from
Me too.
Twitter.
Me too.
Hey, speaking of dudes killing other dudes, Mad Mike, I'm sorry to throw this out of the blue. Did you finally watch Walter versus Dragunov?
Oh fuck!
Oh no!
You know what? That is going to be everybody's mainstream Matt assignment for next week.
No, I you know what I'm
Hello,
doing because this is
class.
how I remember to
I'm your
watch stuff.
professor. Oh, go ahead.
This is how I remember to watch stuff when I have when we get the assignments. I bring up the show right away on my network, and I go to that segment. So when I open the network, it says continue watching. I'm like, right, I have to watch that.
Yeah.
So
Hold on,
I'm
this
going
is
to
how I do it. Hold on, Siri. See, remind me to watch that crazy WWE UK match Friday at 1 p.m.
There you go.
Okay, I now have it set in my deal. So
Okay.
I will probably watch it tonight just so I don't forget again. Because holy shit, it looks like it's a half hour long.
It is it's long.
Mhm.
But there's purpose behind its length, and
I
week,
fully expect
the
I'd
chat
do it
room was
frequently.
going just bananas about it, and we couldn't talk about it, so I figured I'd circle back around on it. But again, I'm the only one who's watched it. Me in the chat room, but it's a great
I
match,
apologize,
so
chat
will
room. I was
reserve
negligent in my
judgment.
duties.
And we will discuss it once we have all watched it, and that will be next month. So tune in then, whenever we finally get around to talking about.
We got to do something to end the year strong.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, and next week will be our Thanksgiving special.
It will be. It will be. I guess we should take some notes about the holiday and how I've been thinking about it lately.
Mhm.
So next week is going to be what are you thankful for? It'll be a Thanksgiving special.
Mhm.
Maybe we'll
2020,
work on
slim
that.
pickings. Slim pickings in 2020.
And
Thankful for
and I
2020
think
being
the
over.
theme for Christmas this year is which wrestlers do you want us to holiday drink with on the air with this year?
Okay.
Oh,
I
boy.
also have so already on the list I'm going to invite Chris LaRusso. And we're gonna, and this is separate from the STD special. We'll do. I have another idea, a similar idea for that. So those invites, we'll be figuring out what dates are what.
So, Sorg, are we
And,
just going to have a wine with wrestlers special?
Wine with wrestlers? I can't drink
Yeah.
wine. Like so,
You don't have to drink wine. It's. I was going for the alliteration thing.
it would be great if we all got a little bit of the bubbly and just did it that way.
A little bit of the bubbly. I don't
Yeah.
want to give Chris Jericho money. I see what he does with it.
Not having a discussion here. But
Yep. No, we don't have to anymore. Please. In less than 69 days, we never have to talk about that fucker again.
Please.
He's not talking about Jericho on that one, by the way.
We're not talking about this
Maybe
here.
not.
It's a whole other thing. Anyways,
Mad Mike, is there anything else on your mind in the world of wrestling? Because I'm kind of.
Well,
what
I
else
watched
is there
Dynamite.
right
I watched
Whoa.
Dynamite.
That's
okay, and
And Return of the Pack once again. Return of the Pack.
That's
8-pack
right.
abs. Return of the Pack. Oh my God, he's gonna fight Eddie. Round and round.
Oh my God, it's him and Kingston?
Probably.
Yes.
Oh,
I mean, absolutely. For the souls of the Lucha Brothers, that's what they're going to fight over, right? So,
Yeah.
oh my.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. Like, would I have preferred this be for the AEW title? Yes, I would. But beggars can't be choosers. So
Hey man, if that thing's they're proving anything out there, you can have great stories that don't involve titles. That's for sure.
I just think it was kind of. I mean, obviously Eddie Kingston's getting like rave reviews for all of the promos that he's doing and things like that, and then you see Pac roll out there at the end of Dynamite, and my first thought is like, oh my God, Pac can cut a promo too. This is gonna be amazing. And sure enough, he's like, did you think I'd forgotten about me? And he's just like, oh my God, let's go.
I'm very like, all right. If you guys had to call an MVP for 2020, I think it's lay enough in the game that we can call for each company. One for each company will be fair. One MVP for WWE, one MVP for AEW.
I'm ready to have this
Kingston for sure.
discussion. Let's go.
Kingston for sure. God, on WWE's side,
WWE is an easy call for me.
Me too.
like
Easy
But
call.
I think we're gonna have different answers, but it's an easy.
We're
call.
gonna have different answers, but it's an easy call for me.
I mean, you can have your champion thing, but I really think that whole MVP, I can't remember which one we just had this conversation with, but the Zelina Vega MVP position has been like the carry of the bad times.
Oh, well.
Well, I was gonna say that while we were bemoaning the fate of Zelina Vega, that she was one of the people who carried Raw through like the darkest of times. And now she's
my MVP for WWE this year, Bailey. I'm sorry. Credit where credit's due. Credit where credit's due. Bailey has been on both
good. The
brands.
chat room's getting in on this. This is good. All right.
Bailey's been on. All right, you know what? Fuck it. Let's just make it. Should we make this the big question?
No. We'll come up with something else. But I like this. Just
Okay. All right. If you have something else, we can do that. But like, Bailey has been on Raw, SmackDown, and NXT this year. She's been a champion for 3/4 of the year, sometimes a double champion. Like, Bailey she's taken this heel character, and I know how we've said in the past, like, there's been no one that's been taken up from NXT in a long time and been better than their NXT run. Bailey is now currently infinitely better than her NXT run. And this is from someone who cried when she won the title in Brooklyn. Like, Bailey's character now is it's like you haven't seen my final form. This is my final fucking form. I just had to kill a bunch of balloons to do it. Like, like this Bailey she's top of the game right now. Top of the game. Easily. And for AEW, I'm saying Eddie Kingston, even though he's been there a hot minute.
So did you do an answer to this? Yes. He's awesome. He's
crushed it every single segment he's in. I cannot think of when I'm watching Eddie Kingston segments, those are the only segments in which I'm able to tune out Jim Ross. And y'all know that's difficult for me.
Okay. I will. I'll be a contrarian, but not too much. I will go WWE MVP. I will say Sasha Banks for the other side of the coin with Bailey, just because you know what, if this 2020 has proven anything, it has been WWE's women's division just carrying the ball so far for this company, and Sasha's been absolute at the peak. And I would say, just as you said, we hit peak Bailey, I think we've achieved peak Sasha at this point. I think she's at the top of her game.
Well, peak Sasha happened when she dove into a space creature and rescued Baby Yoda. That was peak Sasha Banks.
Spoilers!
Hey, you know what? Fuck you. It dropped on Friday. If you haven't seen it, I got nothing for you.
All right. Anyway.
If the people who watch this show, have seen that Sasha's on The Mandalorian and care and haven't watched it yet, I'm sorry.
From the chat. From the chat.
No, wait. I'll finish real quick because I'm AEW MVP for me, Jon Moxley. Holding down the world title scene all the way.
Of course you say that.
Of course I'd say that, but you know what? Earned this year. World title matches up and down the card, elevating guys, getting them up to his level. Good world title matches, talking people into the room, and you know what? Takes two to tango. Eddie Kingston's awesome. Moxley held up his side of the deal. So,
I think Kingston elevated Moxley. I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna say it.
All right, Sorg, let's hit the chat room.
Chat room says, Dave Bonner, AEW Britt. She is one of the only women with the story and with a broken freaking leg. Oh,
yep.
Britt, you're talking about Final Form with those other the WWE girls. Britt found herself. I think over the summer.
Yeah, easily.
My God. And I even love the scene. Did you guys see the AEW promo? The I forget what it's called. It's like a mini doc promo that they did. I shared it on the Mayhem show. Her spot in it's pretty good. Tita says WWE Drew, AEW Eddie Kingston.
Okay.
Connor says WWE Hurt Business.
Yep. Also respectful.
Yep.
Also, I can't knock any of those choices. I really can't. Like, Britt Baker has killed it in AEW. Absolutely crushed it. It's a shame she's not used more. It's a shame she's not the champion, but she's absolutely crushed it.
Side note.
Her business has like resuscitated like 4 guys who were just nowhere, and now they're like upper card main event. They should be main event. Like, come on, man, let's go all the way with the Hurt Business.
So I haven't seen anything since before the pay-per-view, but I saw the shares when they're showing the new Inner Circle lineups, and there's this thing going on with Jake Hager, and Wardlow, where they keep staring at each other, and it says, "I cannot wait for this feud." Fantastic.
I can wait for it.
Come on, man.
No, I'm sorry.
Early.
Jake Hager lost me when he ruined Lucha Underground.
Did not ruin Lucha Underground.
He didn't not ruin Lucha Underground. He's the last Lucha Underground champion.
I mean, if we're being real, he was just doing what he was told, Mad Mike.
Yeah, I know, and he was told by a mystical time-traveling Wade Barrett. I get it, but still.
I mean, that's true too.
By the way, spoilers.
Oh God. Season 4 Lucha Underground spoilers, go. Okay.
We still need to write season 5 of Lucha Underground.
We
should just write it as an e-fed.
We should just write it as a tweet thread. And tag everybody.
Yep. I'm entirely on board with this. I will write season 5 of Lucha Underground. Don't threaten me with a good time. I will write it, and I will write it for free.
Mike, we should just take time. Like this could be our holiday special. This could be our Lego holiday special.
Get drunk and write season 5. Is that what
we're gonna take nights assigning each of us a night leading into Christmas. It can be the 12 nights of Lucha. And each one of us gets a bottle of something to drink.
Yes.
And writes an episode of season 5.
Oh God.
In a tweet thread.
If only.
That's what needs to happen.
This is gonna be like the last Star Wars trilogy, where they kept passing the baton back and forth to different directors, and we're gonna end up having to like reconfigure the canon every time we give the ball back to the next guy. It'll be like,
no, but see, we're not bringing back fucking Big Rick from season 1.
I think I'm gonna have him do this.
No, but Matt, we're not bringing back Big Rick from season 1.
No, you can't. He's dead. I mean, it's just like, unless you time travel.
Palpatine was dead too. That doesn't fucking matter.
Oh, don't get me started on that Palpatine shit.
And besides, there's time travel, Matt. We can bring back anybody.
Dario Cueto is dead, and I can guarantee you're bringing him back.
No, Dario Cueto is proven to be alive. Thank you very much.
Aerostar went back in time. He saved him. Isn't that what happened?
Exactly, which is why we can bring back anybody.
So Big Rick's coming back.
with 2 eyes.
And the crew.
With 2 eyes.
Hey guys, you know what I can see with my 2 eyes when I get back to Pittsburgh? Our good friends at Slice on Broadway supporting Pittsburgh podcasting with perfect pepperoni pizza. I can't wait to get back there and get a taste of the Slice, get a taste of the Pittsburgh when I come in for next week's show live in there. Matt's not going to know what to do. He's probably going to come to the studio anyways. He don't actually have a pizza this time because he never stops to get it. But anyways, thank you so much to our friends who have been supporting us for a long time. 3 great locations in the greater Pittsburgh area, Beachview, Carnegie, and the East End. East End? East Liberty? Is that what we're calling it these days? I can't remember. It's been so long since I've been home in that time zone.
It's in Carnegie, Sorg.
Don't start with me, Mike. Guys, we're going to take a little quick break. We'll be back with a big question, and we're going to learn something, too, from Jacob Edwin.
Sidekick Media Services. We are your sidekick in business for social media, video production, and more. Find out more at sidekickmediaservices.com.
Hey guys, it's Zeke Mercer, one half of the Tag Team Champions. I'm here to tell you that if you want to be a champion, if you want to survive this thing, wear your freaking mask, okay? It comes in all different colors. You can get Eclipse Blue, JC White and Black, or even hell, Blue and Gold. But guys, please, also remember, please, it goes over the nose. Over the nose. Thank you.
Hey, it is the Wrestling Mayhem Show. We're still here. Matt Carlins is on the 1s and 2s and the 5s over there in the studio in Pittsburgh. I am still in Little Rock, Arkansas at a picnic table.
No, Sorg, you're
there's
in
a
North
dog park over there.
North
There's
Rock.
a highway over there. There's the nice shop where I've been getting my coffee since I buried my Keurig in the desert in Amarillo, Texas, guys.
Sorg, did you bury it at the Double Cross Ranch?
No, I got to look up the Double Cross Ranch, but damn it.
That Keurig made it to Amarillo by morning, but did not make it out by Amarillo by night.
No, we lost one on the way. So I've been frequenting the shop here because they actually have a Keurig, and so I've been buying Keurig coffee out of the store here at the KOA. So, what the hell?
Did you put your name in the goblet of fire?
What are we doing now?
Did you think I'd forgotten? All right, sorry.
One of the reasons I'm not able to, I may sound a little bit different because I'm on the Bluetooth headset. Our internet got maxed out on the hotspots because we got here and there was a tornado in the area and some bad winds, and it knocked down. They took out their cable and internet.
Oh no!
So this is the place we decided to settle down for 3 nights. So yeah, it's been hit and miss. So,
Mostly miss.
But mostly miss. No, we're here though. We made it happen, man. It's happening. I hope I sound okay coming through here.
You sound great.
Yeah, some great skull candies that I got going on here. But anyways, what we do, this is where we do the big question.
Yeah.
And we kind of already did a big question, kind of reversed it. So my general question is going to be, how about that Zelina Vega?
How about it?
Oh boy.
We wanted to talk about this, and of course, she was one that I think she has an OnlyFans that's all safe for work cosplay, which I believe the article that we shared was for journalistic integrity had subscribed to the OnlyFans.
Mm-hmm.
It was mentioned in the article.
Definitely nothing untoward that. No.
No,
that's all for the love of the news hound.
Why are you subscribed to husband? Why are you subscribed to all these OnlyFans accounts for wrestlers? You're like, well, it's my job. Not, I mean, technically,
I need to know when Zelina Vega dresses as this video game character so I can make the news dirt sheet article thing, right?
Listen, I got to know what I'm talking about, and now I know.
I have to be well informed. Don't you want to be well informed? Of course we do.
Well informed.
So much information.
But anyway, but the point is, so there was she made a tweet, and this is all kind of could be probably related.
We don't know the timeline, too.
No, I don't think we know the timeline. We don't know what happened behind the scenes. The first there's a tweet, and then there's a release that happened on WWE.com. She tweets something about unionization, and I can't put the tweet off my head here. But she then she got her release from WWE in the same day. We know that, I believe.
I think it was within 20 minutes of each other.
Within 20 minutes of each other. I don't think.
I mean, I think it's safe to say she knew she was on the way out. She tweeted, "I support unionization." She beat him to the punch, and then they announced that they were releasing her.
It made her a bigger deal. It amplified the situation, right?
Yeah.
So now we're back to this idea, and the word, the dirt sheet word, take that with a grain of salt, is she may be making more of her other endeavors than she is at WWE. So that is a clear business decision. If you're making more from the thing where you don't get, thrown to the mat every night. So I got it. So several weeks ago, when we were first talking about this idea with Cameo and the redo and the Andrew Yangs and everything, I kind of, if you're in WWE and you invest in yourself, you use the platform, which everybody should do. It's a platform. Anybody that gets fired from there does pretty okay if they're ambitious enough. From your Rusevs to your, everybody that's over an Impact and everybody that's just like, I'm going to do Twitch streams or whatever the case is, or their action figure podcast. I think that's a good line for anybody, and I see it sounds like Zelina Vega's taking is a perfect example of that right now. Rumor is Aleister Black is on his way out as well, or has asked for his release in relation to this. More understandable that the unity in that. It kind of really does amplify that idea of investing in yourself. And Matt, you were saying a little bit before the show when we were discussing this in pre-production that WWE isn't the only game in town. It's not the most attractive game in town as far as the benefits and the travel and how they're treated with AEW and everything else.
If she, decides to get out and jump to another company, and I won't even, you can figure out what those companies might be, and you do the math, and she probably has done the math that even if her Twitch and OnlyFans income isn't exactly equivalent to what she's making in WWE, if the requirements of WWE is that she take that income off her table, if she looks at another company and says, hey, I could get, a percentage of what I'm making at WWE from this other company, plus I get to keep all this outside income on top of all that, that's probably, I mean, obviously that makes a lot of sense. It does to me, that would be, the end game for her. And that's probably the mind process that she went through to reach the decision that she had to make.
And that doesn't mean this is the right for everybody. I mean, WWE is a company like anybody else, and some people may prefer having the umbrella to work under. So there's a lot you don't have to worry about if you work well under that umbrella. John Cena is one that works very well under that umbrella, right? The New Day seem for the most part to be very well under that umbrella and have built something along with WWE versus on their own. And also think about, I think a lot of people that like the Zelina Vegas are people that are not in that high. They're not Randy Orton. They're not Drew McIntyre, right?
Right. Well, I mean, AJ Styles has a Twitch stream. They ask him to shut down his Twitch stream. He's like, okay, and then but he's making a lot of money. He just renegotiated. He just got a contract extension not too long ago. So so those percentages work out for somebody like that. That's in that position. Zelina's not in it.
Aleister Black is not there. I would say that the New Day are probably on that fringe of that. And again, I think they work already along with the relationship with Up, Up, Down, Down. And I feel like that was already worked out properly. So,
given the fact how much the official footage and stuff they use on Up, Up,
absolutely.
Down, Down.
Between official footage and seeing it on the network and things like that, like there's obviously a crossover thing. And you wonder how these deals are too, because you see Bruce Pritchard's podcast up on the network. I was coming across that and realized why I don't watch it anymore. It's you know, he doesn't turn over his podcast for that. I think he's more lending that in conjunction with WWE, since he has a contract there. So they're still advertising their Blue Chews and whatever's on Conrad's network. So and Star something. What was the conference that they had that alongside all the
Starcast?
Starcast, thank you. I always kept saying Starcade, but that's not the right thing. So, no, I think it's interesting. And it'll be curious to see who else makes this decision, and it's kind of another vector for people to want to leave.
And I think you also got to wonder, like, how real, like, is this unionization thing any more real than it's been in years and decades in the past?
I think
SAG-AFTRA was jumping on this, has jumped on this Zelina Vega thing, but that might not be the right fit. I mean, there are wrestlers who are SAG-AFTRA members because of some of their outside exploits, but there's also been people I've listened to who have been talking about maybe a more like like you see in Major League Sports, like the MLB has their Players Association, the NFL has their Players Association, and that the WWE would have their Players Association. So you don't have this industry covering, unionization thing. Not that would necessarily be a bad thing, but just, thinking about the what makes it the most practical to actually make it a reality. And even then, even now it feels like a huge long shot that it's actually going to happen.
So this is interesting. A couple notes. One, a correction Tina's pointed out. Thank you for that. I misspoke on Black. He was asked to be moved to NXT, not his release. Is all I believe via rumor. So we may not even talk about.
Well, I mean, we even talked about the fact that he would probably do better on NXT.
Oh, absolutely. Well, a lot of people would. Also worth mentioning, and I had not heard this as well. Supposedly the main roster was the only ones hit with this. Adam Cole, Drake Maverick have their Twitch channels, and there's still NXT stars on Cameo.
Well, as far as I know, Adam Cole still does a lot of stuff with Up, Up, Down, Down.
True.
So that may be why he still has his Twitch channel.
And him and Cesaro,
and Breeze,
they're under that umbrella.
Yeah.
So.
Plus, I mean, the contracted pay scale situation in NXT is a lot different than it is for main roster, right? There is a big jump right there, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think so. It's still it's still probably treated as the stepchild of WWE at this point. So
Yeah, and I mean, it doesn't look like cameos have really gone away. Because I'm on the website now. I was looking to see if Zelina had one, just out of curiosity. Montez Ford still has his up here. Rey Mysterio does still. Just looking, I see there are still other people that have their cameos up. So
so they were asked to. That doesn't mean, there's a lot of people that, because remember they restructured supposedly. A lot of these people may have been like, yeah, I signed the new thing, So, but there's plenty. I'm sure there's plenty of people who are like, yeah, it makes sense. I'm a WWE superstar. I should be, cut in. That makes sense. My identity doesn't belong to you. In this vein or whatever that is, right? So like Roman's going to, Dexter. Who wants a cameo from Dexter Lumis? Can I send a creepy cameo to somebody else that I want to mess with from Dexter Lumis?
You absolutely can.
Just Dexter Lumis staring into the camera for 30 seconds? I mean, I think that'd be well worth it, don't you, man?
Well, most of them are. Man, wow. I'm just getting an update Let's see. Jerry Lawler's only $75,
Oh,
but Mandy Rose is $250.
That tracks.
that sounds fair.
That tracks.
This is interesting. Joe Henning. Has he been released? Axel?
Not as far as I know.
I think he's
He's
out. Yeah, I think he's
$75.
out.
Is he? Yeah, okay.
Miroslav is 125. Mark Henry's 60.
You see, the trick with the cameos, someone was joking about this with me recently, is that you don't want to price it too low, because then you'll be doing it all day. So you got to make them pay, so you're not doing it 24/7.
Booker T doing the fancy math at $149. And Mojo Rawley doing the obvious math at $69.
God. Don't ever change, Mojo. Don't ever change.
Although the one I really want is Scott Stanford for 30.
No, here's one I don't know why we haven't taken advantage of. Marty the Moth is only $20.
Marty, come on, man. I'd give him 30. Easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
30.
I
We should
would
send
too.
3 of them just to help him out.
I would too.
He's a swell guy. We've met him.
And I mean, he's priced the same as RJ City and Danhausen, so
I
don't know.
You got to know your own value. I mean, come on. That's criminal. $20
and
for
Zach,
RJ City.
Zach Gowen is on here for $24.99.
Zach, what are you doing? Zach Gowen. Zach's been doing some great stuff, by the way. I think he's getting some more speaker engagements. He joined a new kind of group for that. He's doing some great motivational speaking stuff over there. ZachGowen.com.
Mm-hmm.
I might know somebody who did that website.
I mean, everyone's always saying that, like, it's important to have a side hustle in case your primary hustle goes down. Well, like, if you're a wrestler, you've got like potentially like 2 or 3 potentially lucrative side hustles just sitting out there if you're willing to put the work in and to do it. So they're all out there trying to take advantage of it, and it sucks to see the big the industry leader kind of trying to undercut that a little bit. It sucks.
Yep. Well, support guys in the best ways possible. Like buying somebody's album on iTunes. Whenever you figure out how that works.
What kind of royalties do you think Elias is getting on those? What do you think he's getting on that?
I don't know. That's another guy that I don't know. Is Patreon still up? Yeah, that Patreon he started right before this. Elias WWE. Is that still happening? I feel like that's kind of under the radar the way he did this. Let's see. Elias creates a Patreon account, but doesn't actually show me the Patreon. I'm curious. It was so under the radar too. It was like, what are you doing, man? It was like he was bored one night and put this thing together. Nothing's opening. All the internet stopped. So,
welcome to Arkansas.
I don't know. I'm loading too many cameos and Zach Allen's Instagram and looking for Elias's Patreon at the same time.
Oh, Mark Henry's only $60.
Yeah, I know, right?
That's not bad.
We're gonna do like the Price is Right with cameos one night. Can we set that up? We're gonna do that. That's gonna be the next wrestling game show.
All right,
Cameo
so
Price is Right.
Guys, I think between the 3 of us, because I mean, let's face it, Riz doesn't listen to the show.
No, he doesn't.
I think
right now.
I think as a Christmas present for Riz, we could each chip in like $12 and get him a Great Khali cameo. It's only $50.
It needs to happen.
It's only $50.
It's only $50.
Oh my god.
Like I feel like we have to bring him on the Christmas show and surprise him with it. We might get actual
get the Great
tears
Khali
from him.
just like screaming at the Riz, and then just at the end, the Great Khali just yells like, "Give me my $50!" and then just like walks off, and that's the end of it.
Yeah, like I feel like we should actually do this.
Yeah, this needs to happen.
Like, because 2020, let's face it, it's been terrible. We should really close out the show with a Riz crying tears of joy.
Yeah.
Because we got a cameo from Great Khali for him. And we can have Great Khali say Merry Christmas.
You know who should be on Cameo? Jock Sampson.
Mm-hmm. I
Jock
can't argue
Sampson,
against that.
I just appreciate his tweets these days about he wants everybody to wear a mask because he hasn't been able to go to a bar and hit on a woman that's not his wife for like 6 months, and that's been bothering him.
Poor Jock.
I was gonna say, is that Jock Sampson or is that the Good Brothers?
No, Jock was the original. Come on, let's be honest. So I mean, he just speaks in a language that I think a different demographic will understand. God,
no argument there.
I want this game show thing to happen now. All right, you know what? I think we've had a lot of fun. I think it's time to settle things down and get educated. We had our assignment.
I don't want to learn.
What's that?
I feel like the professor thinks we're all stupid. Do you think he thinks we're all stupid?
I've been telling you this for months. He's not a real professor. He's just an asshole that looks up obscure wrestling matches. I can do that.
Listen, he is wearing sunglasses indoor half the time, so I think you're at least half right on that assessment. But either way, he dresses better than me, and he picks some fun matches from time to time.
Does he?
Oh, come on! If you didn't enjoy this week's match, I don't know what to do with you, Mike. But let's first start with the professor's assessment.
Not a real professor.
Of this week's assignment.
Pro Wrestling Mayhem Show. It's so nice to be back, he said, dripping with sarcasm. All right, this was a gem. I was enthralled to find this. Eddie Guerrero versus Hector Guerrero. I mean, to see this inter-family fighting is exciting in and of itself. Hector clearly has something in mind for Eddie. He is... this is something they've done before. Maybe not exactly like this, but you've seen this over Thanksgiving or some kind of family holiday. This kind of brutality and intensity, it was something that the Guerreros were absolutely known for. Guerrero means warrior, and so it's apropos to see these two go at it like warriors. I mean, this was everything in the Guerrero tool belt coming at him from both ends. They knew each other so well, and of course, Hector knowing Eddie a little bit better. Hector, with the old saying, "I've taught you everything you know, but not everything I know." Something that I could say to anybody watching these. So please go ahead and enlighten us with something, anything that you learned from this match. I mean, if you didn't learn anything from this match, then, what's the point? You can go ahead and stop. You can stop being on the show. You can stop trying to watch these assignments. You can stop watching wrestling, for all I care. These two are absolute masters of their craft. Eddie would master it much later. Not much later, but in years to come. But obviously, just astounding for how long he had been wrestling at this point. Please, tell us what you thought. Thank you.
If you didn't like this match, you should stop watching.
All right, hold on.
I'm going to set the stage here real quick for everybody.
No.
It's 1997.
Okay, let me get at this guy first, okay?
Get him.
Last week, we were given a free-form assignment because he didn't want to look up a Tracy Smothers match. The week before, I'm aware
it's like when the teacher puts the movie on for the class.
Hold on. I'm aware of why, but he could have talked about a specific match that he enjoyed, and he fucking didn't. The week before, he gave us an essay. An oral essay.
Yep.
This motherfucker has had 3 weeks to find a match, and I've literally watched, I've watched the wall in front of me longer than that fucking match he gave us this week.
Mike, as somebody who has performed officially as a teacher in his myriad of careers.
Yeah, so have I.
Have you? I wasn't aware of that. Wait,
Yeah,
like-
I was a fucking lab assistant at Manhattan College teaching organic chemistry. Yeah.
All right.
well,
As the
I
only
was
person here
an
who has
adjunct-
never taught a
that's-
class, I
I
just
was
want
an
to. All right.
adjunct teacher at the Pittsburgh Technical College. Thank you very much.
Okay. So we both have more teaching experience than this fucking guy.
I just saying, it's a hard job.
He had
Yeah.
3 weeks to find one match.
And he did. He found us
And
a
it-
5-minute match from a '97 Nitro.
It was an extended squash match.
Well, let's
It was.
stop talking
It's
about
Hector
defense, talk
versus
about the
Eddie.
assignment.
They probably had better matches in their living room.
Yep.
That's
I mean,
true.
it
That's
was
true.
fine.
Let's
but
pull
it's
a match.
Hector-
Let's see
it's
what-
Hector and
I
Eddie
love
for
these-
5 minutes.
I do like these assignments where it's let's see how two highly skilled, super great wrestlers can do with 5 minutes on television. And I think this is a good example. Hector, who I believe, if I'm not mistaken, was also the gobbledygooker, and Eddie. And this is like proto Latino heat, heel head Eddie. You know, it was probably the beginning of Eddie coming into his own, right?
Well,
in
it was
WCW.
around the time where Eddie was messing with Chavo.
Right. And the family was getting involved and everything. Again, just great lucha, great stuff. Like we were commenting, Matt, when I was watching this match earlier, like this crazy tight, like head scissors around the head, you know, Corona kind of situation. Eddie bit him at one point.
Yeah.
And even the end with the interactions with Dean Malenko, where Hector saves Eddie because he's still his family, and then Eddie feeds him to the wolves of Malenko for doing that. Like it was, you know, it's classic Eddie, it's classic Guerrero. It's great seeing these guys. Matt? Did you call it a dad fight at the end?
It is the most. All right, at the end, when the match is over and Dean Malenko and Hector Guerrero go at it, it is the most dad war I've ever seen in a ring. It's amazing. And also,
The
like,
match was fine, but the match was fine, but it's not like this is a 30-minute Broadway.
I mean,
No.
great matches don't have to be long. However, I will say, I mean, it's kind of just a match. I mean,
Yeah.
okay, Eddie bites him. I mean, Hector does like the least lucha, and all respect to Hector. But like, it's like flips or like twist my body a little bit and just kind of like dive and just kind of like sit down. Like, it's like I respect the
there
work.
wasn't even
I
a gory
respect-
bomb or a gory stretch. Like nothing like that. Like,
I
come on.
respect the work. I respect the individuals involved, but I am telling you, Eddie and Hector have had 5-star matches in their living room on multiple occasions in less time than they did on this 1997 Nitro.
And also a better Dean Malenko run-in their living rooms, probably. Let's be honest.
I mean, it probably has happened. It's probably happened.
Yeah, I'm sure it's
everyone,
happened.
who doesn't invite Dean over for a family gathering and just like, oh my God, a Texas Cloverleaf, who knew? Oh, Dean's upset again, you know? It happens. You're not gonna question it. It's the man of a thousand holds.
Like the match was fine. It was a match. Like there was nothing special about it. There was nothing special about it apart from the fact that I got to watch an Eddie Guerrero match.
And
That's
now,
it.
And now, Mad Mike and I. Now, Sorg did not have the guts to go out onto this branch with Mad Mike and I. Now, Mad Mike and I must live with the shame of knowing that Professor Jacob Edwin thinks we're stupid and we do not deserve to watch wrestling anymore because we do not. are not in love with this match.
I'm okay with that because he's not a real professor. And yet he is still yet to come on this show when I've been here because he can't take the
I want
Latino heat, if you
I
will.
want live grading. I need him to come here in person, Sorg. I
Yeah.
need the professor in person.
Hold on, Sorg. I'm daring him to come to the Christmas show when I have had alcohol. I'm daring him.
I don't think we're getting him in person because I do believe.
No, it's
he's
fine. No,
considered
it's fine.
away
I
from
understand.
Pittsburgh.
There's a coronavirus.
Yeah, okay.
It
There's
also-
a coronavirus. I get that. But he has to come and accept this verbal whooping.
I wanted to show up at the Christmas party via Skype, get drunk, get filthy drunk, and then Mad Mike and I will recommend a match to him. Maybe that would be fun.
Yeah, absolutely. Because
I can think of a few stinkers that he can sit through.
You know what? Matt, you know what we're going to do? We're going to pull a reverse Dead Poet Society. You and I are going to stand up and say, "No, Captain, my Captain."
The Reverse Dead Poet Society. That sounds like that should be somebody's finisher. We should get that trademark.
It should be his.
It should be his.
He's not a fucking professor.
He put him in the Reverse Dead Poet Society.
I can't even right now.
These ideas are all free. I can't believe we just give this stuff away. Jacob Edwin, we just helped your career after you've berated us for 6 months or however long this has been going on.
He doesn't even get your guys' names right. Like, that's how little respect he has for you. He knows my fucking name because I was the first one to see him for what he is.
And I've been working with this dude for like 4 years.
Sorg, that's what I'm saying. He doesn't respect you.
I'm used to that.
He doesn't think we're worth
that.
I mean, that's fair, but still. Sorg,
I'm still running from Ronnie Nicole. Come on.
Sorg, we have to advocate for you if you won't advocate for yourself. I mean, you know, we're trying to help. Sorg, we love you. We love you, Sorg.
I appreciate it. Thank you. Jeez. Oh, jeez. Where are we at?
It's time to find out what the next terrible match that he's going to make us watch.
Oh, come on.
God.
Shall we?
Oh,
yes, I thought that was the cue. Go ahead.
Let's.
Yeah.
Hi, class. My name is Professor Jacob Edwin, and of course you're tuning in for another weekly assignment. This week's assignment is going to coincide with next week's. It's going to be a very obvious lesson plan, and I say obvious because that's what it needs to be for all of you ingrates. So, knuckle draggers, if you could summon your brains, this week's assignment is February 6th, 1989. It is going to be primetime wrestling, Rick Martel versus Mr. Perfect. Now, anytime I get a chance to study Mr. Perfect, I'm going to take the opportunity. Rick Martel is an unsung and, we'll call him underrated talent. You can find more of my review on Wrestling Mayhem Show, wherever you find podcasts, or on Facebook. And you can support your professor at ProWrestlingTees.com/Jacob Edwin. Thank you, and I'll see you next week.
Hey.
Well,
there it is. Primetime wrestling, huh? I love these because they're just. It's always. I don't know. I got a special place on primetime wrestling for the little bit I got to watch it back in the day. So, these weird out of nowhere kind of matches, it always feels like. So, looking forward to that. And I'm trying to think. What year did he say again?
I have the episode queued up because I wanted to see what else was on this. This is actually a classic episode of Primetime Wrestling.
Oh, yes.
This is the one where the running gag is Bobby Heenan is in a Western movie.
Oh, I love those ones.
And I'm going to count, while Matt talks about the match, I'm going to count how many Heenan segments there are on this episode of Primetime Wrestling.
All right, and I will take this time to say that I predict I will love this match because Rick Martel is criminally underrated. He is a star of the 80s who does not get enough run when people start gushing about stars of the 80s when they're running through that laundry list of, I remember when blah, 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 blah. Rick Martel's name never comes up, and it should because he's awesome. And it was a terrible gimmick, but dude, he made it work because he is awesome. And he is a model, Sorg. A great human being, Rick Martel.
There are 13 Bobby Heenan segments on this episode.
Fantastic.
There are
That's
13.
an hour program, too, with commercials.
Oh, it's an hour and a half.
Oh, is it? Oh,
yeah. Primetime is a long show. Primetime is a long show.
It used to be just 2 hours, right?
I feel like the syndicated version was only an hour when I watched it.
No, primetime was 2.
On the
Well,
USA
it was
Network,
two.
yeah.
Yeah.
On USA Network, but I think I got a truncated hour version. I mean,
Oh,
anyway,
okay.
that's my memory berries in 1989.
Yeah.
When
But,
I did not have cable.
And I mean, this is Mr. Perfect Rick Martel. It's gonna be fun. But it's like I'm looking at a still shot. This isn't really Mr. Perfect yet. He's not in a singlet. He doesn't appear to be with Bobby Heenan.
So what version of Martel are we getting here? Are we getting like a?
It looks like this is post Strike Force Martel.
Okay, so this is like a like beta Mr. Perfect and a beta Rick Martel.
A beta model Rick Martel.
A beta model, yeah. I should specify because Rick Martel was, obviously great for a long time, even before he got the WWF.
Yeah, this.
And so was Mr. Perfect. What the hell am I talking about? All right.
I was just curious. So I plugged in Rick Martel, the cameo, but he's not on there. But Ricky Morton's $35.
Okay.
Hey, Dick Wolf?
Who?
No.
Dick Wolf?
The creator of Law and Order?
Chun Chun.
There's a search term for it, but it doesn't actually have him in here.
Don't get my hopes up.
Oh, I'm going down the rabbit hole now.
Tina says this might be the dissolution of Strike Force. I think she's right.
Yes. Yeah.
So I think right after it was sometime in '89 when Strike Force broke up.
My enthusiasm for this match is waning, Mike, but I'm gonna give it a try.
No, I mean,
I really want to see
I was already disappointed when I saw that Kurt Hennig wasn't in a singlet.
I mean, there
And
has to be a.
That's a problem right away. I don't see it. I don't see Coach. I don't see Bobby Heenan.
Where's Coach? You're the only person who's ever asked where's Coach when discussing past Mr. Perfect.
Coach was the proto Bill Alfonso. I'm okay with that.
You know what? You got a point there. I'll give you that one.
Yeah.
Wow, that's twice tonight, Mike. That's amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Mr. Perfect's manager, Coach.
I know, I remember him, but who was he?
Oh, I have no idea.
He was somebody of some repute, and they brought him in, blow this whistle.
I'm just going to look him up. I'm going to look him up right now because we have the internet.
I keep getting Jonathan Coachman.
Not the same guy.
The Coach.
Yep.
Yeah,
Sorry.
wow. They don't have. There's nothing on his Wikipedia.
John Tullis.
Oh boy.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's not familiar.
No,
I bet you Tina knows his whole life story. Well, let's find out if Tina knows.
He
Tina wants to take over the
Bobby Heenan
professor.
for the coach.
Tina, you can definitely take over the role. You can be the substitute. In fact, perhaps even the permanent professor when Jacob Edwin gets tired of our
God, I would
shenanigans.
absolutely give the role to Tina.
We should for a bit have a guest professor.
Hey, you know that
Patreon spot.
That Mad Mike Moody was pretty good. I don't know who
Mike
it was,
Moody.
but he showed up a couple weeks and gave us some good stuff.
Guys, what'd you learn from wrestling this week?
Yeah, well, I learned that World Championship matches on free TV are apparently now a thing. Drew and Randy last night, Mox and Omega in a few weeks. I have a fairly good feeling that will have a clean finish. Maybe.
Really?
I don't know. I mean, I didn't
No
think Drew
way.
and Randy.
No
Oh my God,
way.
Mad Mike! AEW is the land of the clean finishes. There's not, I mean,
AEW is the
everybody
land of
shit
Shaq.
What?
Whoa.
AEW is
You better
the land
settle.
of Shaquille
You better
O'Neal.
settle your kettle and get ready for Cody and Shaq to
Oh, and by
blow
the way,
the
by
roof
the way,
off of Daly's place, baby.
Tina said last night that Brandy Rhodes saved that segment. No.
Brandy was good.
No.
It didn't need
Never mind,
saving because it was
Never mind.
going just great.
It was terrible all the way around.
Oh.
Every single aspect about that segment was dog shit.
Brandy was really good.
Huh.
No, I'm sorry.
Yeah, she
Brandy came in like it was a segment on Jerry Springer. We are past
It's a
this.
fiery promo.
No, Matt, there was so much women talent on that show that should be on there instead of this bullshit. There was so much. Like, oh God. I don't ever want to see Brandy wrestle again. I'm sorry.
I don't think you're gonna see Brandy wrestle again.
I guarantee you're gonna see Brandy wrestle.
Who's she gonna wrestle?
The chick that came out
Jade
and said she was
Cargill?
the
We'll
full
see.
package or whatever.
Okay.
Sage Goodall or whatever the fuck her name
Jade
is.
Cargill, I believe.
Same difference.
Learn their names before you start burying them, Mad Mike. What'd you learn?
No, I know.
Come on.
Hey, if a professor doesn't have to learn your names, I don't have to learn the name of someone who made their first appearance this week.
I never learned anybody's name in my class.
Exactly.
I was really bad at it. I was
No,
real bad
no.
at it.
Brandy was fucking terrible. Shaq's gonna be even worse. This is Shaquille O'Neal. Do you know how old Shaquille O'Neal is now? Like,
Age is
if
just a
this
number.
was 1999, okay, maybe. Shaq is almost 50 at this
Yeah.
point. It's not like he's
Yeah.
exactly a spring chicken.
He kind of was never a spring chicken.
No, but when he had his deal with the Big Show, it was at least 10 years ago, and they both look like they could go. Shaq has been sitting at a booth.
That was
for
at the WrestleMania
years
in
now.
Dallas, right?
That was no. Wait, was it? I don't know.
All right, it wasn't
Damn it.
outdoors. It was indoors.
It was 2016.
All right, 16. It's been 4 years.
Yeah. But even that was in a battle royal. It wasn't like a one-on-one deal.
I'm intrigued. I'm
You're
also a little
intrigued
bit.
by everything AEW
Of
does.
course I am. I like that show.
Yeah.
I
it's for
am
us.
intrigued.
What are you talking
I won't say that I'm not a little bit nervous, but you know what? Shaq at least likes wrestling, doesn't he? I mean, he's at least
No.
a fan, right?
He likes the Big Show.
Who
He and
likes
Big
the
Show are
Big?
friends.
There's no way he likes the Big Show. Nobody likes the Big Show.
They both live in Tampa.
You know what I know Shaq loves? Questionably quality pizza.
Absolutely. You know what Shaq should like? Slice on Broadway.
Dude, you know what would make me buy Papa John's again? If they just changed the name to Papa Shack.
Or Shaka John's.
Stop. No, you gotta get John out of it. It's
Okay,
yeah.
fair.
Papa
You got-
Shaq's.
you got-
Yeah.
No. Yeah, I can't Papa John's. I can't Chick-fil-A. It just doesn't work.
Papa Shaq's.
Papa Shaq's.
And their new slogan will be, "Can you dig it?"
I mean, I'm okay with the Papa Shack Foo. Shack Foo's pizza. I mean, Shack Diesel delivery.
Shaq Diesel.
What's up, Doc? Can we rock? That was the first CD I ever bought.
I had a dub
Shack
tape
Diesel.
of it. I never owned a. You know what? That's what I'm putting on my YouTube music. Is some Shack Diesel. Hold on a second. I'm gonna go ruin my playlist right now.
Yes.
Um,
Do it, Sorg.
There it is. Oh, cops are out of.
Wow.
Sorg, we better get out of here,
Sorg,
man. Sounds like
Sorg, are you
the
illegally
Duke boys are at it
downloading
again.
music?
I swear I paid for it. All right, guys. Thank you so much. And that note. Oh, I didn't learn anything. I really
No.
learned
Yeah, I was
anything.
gonna say I don't think either of us.
I mean, you didn't watch any wrestling, so you didn't learn anything, right? So
I didn't watch any wrestling.
Well, you
there's a lot of
Sorg,
talk.
what have you learned from your hiatus of wrestling?
I kind of miss it, but I also having a lot of downtime that it wouldn't feel like work to watch it. So, that's where I'm at with things. It's been fun to watch on Twitter. This conversation of whether we should listen to wrestlers' advice has been interesting lately. I am with Sean Phoenix on this. Please don't blame it on the head injuries. So we'll take his advice on that one. And also, I learned. I really hope that I'm hearing more and more with everything going on. Lee Moriarty, I know, got a positive test recently, and it feels like a lot more have been getting kind of more, not testing because they need to test to keep working, but more testing because like, oh God, I need to get a test. So that seems to be happening more and more. So I'm hoping, with wrestling, everybody's taking those measured choices out there. I know Lee has been a very good one at doing that, lightening his load, And Moreno's a guy that's in demand right now. And he's been very selective about his dates and spreading them out so he can properly do what he needs to with the testing and everything, of course. So I hope people set an example with that, because you're not there with a WWE or an AEW. Take care of yourself. So especially right now, because I think it's going to be tough again on the indie wrestling business over the next couple of months with everything going on. So I'm kind of waiting for the foot to drop on that one, to be quite honest, in a lot of the states. So including stuff that's on my calendar. So, but yeah, everybody, please be safe out there. Anything from the chat room?
Tina Keys learned that a Twitch stream can outdraw an Uso McIntyre SmackDown main event.
Oh,
apparently, she's alluding to Zelina Vega's stream on Friday night.
Oh.
I mean, to be fair, I'd rather watch Zelina Vega for 20 minutes. I would rather watch Jey Uso versus Drew McIntyre. She's very entertaining when she's on Up, Up, Down, Down.
Or was it AOC's playing Among Us again?
Dave also says, "Don't copy that floppy, Sorg." I'm not sure what that means,
Definitely.
but I assume it's sound advice.
Do the kids know what a floppy is, Sorg?
Yo, I'm wearing pants. I don't know what the problem is.
I think they're giving you the go home, Sorg.
God, I learned more wrestlers need to be involved in Star Wars.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because honestly, Sasha Banks doing a dropkick in full Mandalorian armor gave me so much joy. Gave me so much joy.
Mm-hmm. Jetpack dropkick.
Yep, jetpack dropkick. Her new finish.
Yo, I am making an event out of watching that next episode with Rosario Dawson as Ahsoka.
Well, we don't know necessarily.
What?
It's Mando. They could take 2 episodes to get there. So.
Oh no! As long as there's no more spiders.
I was gonna say there could be space spiders, Sorg. And he doesn't. He has a busted up ship, so he may need to go back to Tatooine to get that ship fixed.
Yeah.
This sounds intense. I need to catch up on this stuff. Let's go ahead.
Oh, Matt, wait, have you seen any of The Mandalorian?
I saw all of season 1.
Okay.
Oh man.
And then my free trial of Disney Plus ran out, and I didn't.
Matt!
Screw you, Mouse! I won't pay.
Matt, my
Dude,
God.
it's the cheapest one out there. Don't pay for it.
It's $7.
I wasn't using it. The only thing I was using it for was watching The Mandalorian.
And guess what's back?
I mean, well,
And Matt, they have all 3 Home Alones, which are the only Home Alones that count.
Is there's a 4th?
There's a 4th and a 5th.
Oh, that's
The third has Scarlett Johansson in it, who is wonderful.
Yeah.
What the hell? What?
Yes.
I'm looking around this empty room as if someone's gonna come and help me now. What's happening?
Oh, come on! I do that all the time.
And Matt,
Who do you think I'm yelling at off camera?
Matt, also the aforementioned Lego Star Wars Life Day special.
Have you watched it yet?
Yes, I have.
And
it's fantastic.
Okay.
All right.
It's a goddamn treasure. It lacks B. Arthur, but it gives us more BB-8, so I'm okay with that.
BB-8 Arthur.
As I do my best Sasha Banks at the beginning of Mandalorian impression over here.
Yeah.
Hold on. I gotta give you a look. Yeah, that's a visual right there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Anyways, just cold and
indistinguishable, Sorg.
Indistinguishable. Yes. That's right. Where's my jetpack? Guys, thank you so much. I am looking forward to do this in a warm studio next week. And
but just for kicks, Matt and I are going on the road. We'll be at random road sites.
Sorg, just for kicks, I'm turning off the heat until you get back. So the studio will be ice cold when you return.
And he's going to put in a porta potty.
I haven't been into a single porta potty.
Don't tell Dutters.
Don't poop on the bus. Anyways, guys, thank you so much. We'll see you guys next time. Mayhem out.
Just wait, just wait, just wait, just wait. Wait for the perfect time.
show is a member of the Sorgatron Media Podcast Network. Find out more at sorgatronmedia.com.